is story time with Christine and Katie. We haven't done this since like one of my first videos where we stood up and we told a story each. So that is what we're going to do today. Each have a story that we are going to tell to you right now. I kind of came out of my shell while I was in college. In high school I was kind of like quiet and talk to nobody. But in college, I was ready to roll. So in the first quarter, I got into 2 fights. Verbal fights though, not like, I'm gonna knock you out fight. I went to a photo school, a photography school, whoever didn't know. First 2 quarters were film. So you had film cameras and we developed the film ourselves and we made the photos ourselves. And those of you who know what a dark room is, you don't need access light in this dark room or you will fuck up everybody's film. So this one dumb bitch, we're in the dark room and she flips open her fucking flip cell phone while we're all in the dark room. She had done this so many times, I had it. So I looked over her at the washing station and I'm like, bitch, will you close your fucking phone? And then she started yelling at me like she was in the right and I was in the wrong. So we just started yelling at each other. My friend Mary even mentioned, she was like, I was so ready to like jump in between you in case I needed to. And I don't know where this came from because I was never like that until then. So I was just like ready to snap, ready to kill anybody. Since we were doing film, you had to buy photo paper. And one time I left my box of photo paper in the darkroom on accident and I came in the next morning freaking out like, oh my god, that stuff's expensive, where's my paper? Some guy walked past me into the darkroom with a box of photo paper that had purple Sharpie written on the top of it, Christine Wilms. Walked by, I was like, I think he had my box of paper. So he came out without it and walked out the door and I was like, oh, when he comes back, I'm gonna ask him.
I'm gonna beat his ass.
My intention was to calmly go up to him and be like, hey, yo, did you find that box of paper in there? Because it's mine. But what had happened was he walked in and I walked up to him and I just lost it. All that calm composure was gone. You stole my fucking box of paper. What? You had it in your hand. What'd you do with it? Just throw it away? Did you get rid of the evidence because it was mine? I don't know what happened. I just kind of freaked out. And then one of the teachers came out because he heard me yelling. What is going on here? He stole my box of paper. He throws his arm around this guy and starts defending this guy. Oh, I know him. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He had the evidence in his hands. He walked in with it just like nonchalantly with my box of paper. Afterwards, we actually became friends. He became friends with all my girls. And now that I know him, I'm 100% sure that he fucking willingly stole my box of paper. I know that you did it on purpose now. You have the stage.
We have this lovely friend, her name is Erin. Erin always liked to take us to crazy parties and get us into situations that weren't the most comfortable. So this party starts off, it was a beautiful, brisk, chilly night in Newport or Covington, wherever we started off from. And we are driving and she decides to take us to one of her friends, supposed friends' parties. We are not down, knowing her history of bad parties. She convinces us by explaining that it will be incredibly diverse and fun for everyone and not the kind of party that we were going to die at. Erin decides we have to pick up 2 other girls, her friends. I don't remember their names.
I forgot about that.
Not memorable. We end up in OTR, we find the house, we walk up in this bitch. It's like a strip club in there, everybody's like, there's gambling.
People are twerking on the walls.
Twerking on the walls, there's gambling, there's probably some cockfights going on, there's bad vibe. Now the basement is where all the hoes down there were correlating.
That was the dance floor area.
Floor was the
and
basement.
then there's us.
Everything's fine, we're okay with it so far, not that bad. Up until the moment where Erin, she breaks this guy's lamp. He is furious. The whole upstairs erupts.
Mind you, everyone is very intoxicated.
Yeah.
So she breaks this lamp and he's just fucking pissed.
He's livid. Everyone upstairs, we hear screams and things, and then does she come down and get us or did we go upstairs?
I don't know.
No, we were like, Erin, we are leaving at 2 in the morning. We are leaving at 2. And 2 rolls around, it's like 2:01, and I'm like looking at my phone, I'm like,
It's time to go!
201, Aaron. She's like, I don't care. And I'm like, Aaron, it's 201.
She had broken his lamp a while ago, and you can just feel the tension.
Everyone in the house was staring daggers at us. And if you're from the Cincinnati area, you know OTR is not a place where you want a house full of angry men staring at you. So 201 rolls around and we can't handle it, and we're like, you broke a lamp.
We like dragging you out.
Yeah. As we are leaving, everyone in the living room stands up and they line a walkway to the front door. And we're just like, it's like walking down a wedding of death. Like, it was awful.
The parking area, it was like
It was around the house in the back.
Yeah, it was like a 2-people home, and you had to like go around and park behind. They parked their car in the middle of the driveway, so you could not leave.
There was our car, and then there was a car of girls next to us. When we get outside, these people come running out of the house.
God,
They block the driveway, they run down to our car. They jump on the car, a guy like grabs a brick or something. One of them opens the door and pulls me out, and he's grabbing me, and he's like, you can't leave until we find Aaron. And me, quick thinking, I looked over at the car next to us and I was like, Aaron's in that car. I don't know who you think we are. He lets go of me and I close the door, and they're busy over there and they still think it's us, so they're on the car, they're on their car. They
were jumping on the back, and they stood on the back of the car and they were jumping on the car.
And it was terrifying. So, the driveway is blocked, there are people surrounding us. Aaron is sitting at the wheel.
She's not doing anything.
Not doing anything.
She's just sitting there.
She's sitting there with her hands on the wheel, just waiting to die, I think. She's just sitting there, just like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, there is a house next to us. We'll just drive through the yard. She would not move. She would not do anything. And they're screaming, going from everyone is screaming. And then I just end up somehow maybe choking her a little bit. Aaron, like, we have to leave. We're gonna die. And we ramp over that bitch.
We had to ramp over it and get out.
It was like Dukes of Hazzard. And so we ramp it successfully, and we end up in the other driveway. We drive up out of there. Everybody was freaking out, and then we finally get away, and then Erin and her friends are like, I didn't think that was that bad of a party. And we're like, we just look at each other and we're like, bitch. And then she's like, Katie, you weren't really gonna, like, kill me, were you? Because I thought you said you were gonna kill me. And I was like, well, it depends if you got in the way of the life. I would kill you. You were trying to get me killed.
So I really like making these videos. So I will try to do more of these, because I think we got some good stories, and I like telling stories. If you like these videos, give them a thumbs up to let me know that you want more stories. And she has a channel also, where she does makeup shit. So I will put her channel link in the description.
Yeah.
And just subscribe to our channels, and there'll be a new video next Thursday. Post videos every single Thursday. So have a nice life.